Okay, maybe... Oh no. That's broken. Excuse me for the quality of this video. My tripod has become a bipod. £7 that cost me. Oh well, I got a lot out of it. I'll just have to get another one, but that's a shame. It's a real shame. I guess I can still use it like a selfie stick, like woo, but yeah. Legs come off. That's annoying. Yep, as you just saw from that little clip, my tripod has broken, which means I'm going to be doing this by hand. Hi, I'm Steve and welcome back to Abandoned, and today I'm stood in a cutting where there should be a tunnel. But where am I today? Well, today I'm exploring the Churnet Valley line, but not the preserved one, the one that's abandoned. It runs from this Morrison's in Leek all the way up towards North Road, just towards the south of Macclesfield. This line was built in 1849 and traffic was ceased in the 1970s, with passenger traffic ending in the 1960s. I'm going to try a novel concept, so I'm going to try and visit all of the disused stations along this line. I don't think anyone's done that before, so that'll be a fun little task. So I'm going to visit all the disused stations. I can't think of a name for that, really. No, nothing comes to mind, but I'm sure I'll think of something. But yeah, this is the Lost Leek line, and it goes that way. It goes that way, by the way. But there's nothing to see because it's just trees. It's all overgrown. I've been stung by a singing nettle. The tunnel's meant to be where I am, but it's probably about 20 feet below me, and I'm covered in mud. It's off to a good start. I think I might record myself coming down this incline. Well, not incline, this embankment filled in tunnel bit. Oh my goodness, where? If I fall over, that'll make for a spectacular piece of footage, and I can show my family why I'm injured in hospital. There we go. This is horrendously muddy, and I'm wearing the wrong shoes for this. This wasn't meant to happen. I thought the tunnel was on a piece of, like, I don't know, cycleway. I'm just trying to tread on my old footprints. There's one. I'm hanging onto a tree, but the tree can't reach forever. But I think I'm over the worst. Oh gosh. Oh dang. Oh no, I slipped. Oh dear. Oh heck. Crikey. Cameron. Okay, tree, save me. So, I'm just going to follow this little path now until we get to our next piece of infrastructure, and then the video. I do not miss the days of handheld thing. I'm really missing my tripod right now. So I'm underneath a bridge. It's quite a nice bridge. Very thin, actually. And down that way, that's where the tunnel was. Now, it seems to be filled in. The embankment seems to be filled in, and you can't get to the tunnel. As you saw, there's quite a steep drop. So the tunnel's all been filled in, and then under that tunnel, on the other end of that tunnel, is the Morrison's station. I'm not looking at the little cameras up there, isn't it? So that's the Morrison's station, which was the main Leek terminus. You can also get trains down there towards Atoxeter and down the now preserved Churnet Valley Railway. Here's some pictures from the Churnet Valley that I took a while ago now. So we're going to go from here towards the next station. Now the next station has a bit of a treat in store for us. Got these steps leading up from the railway, and look, they built a little slide. No, it's not really a slide, it's probably for bikes, but I like to think it's a slide for pigeons or something. So that way is the bridge I just came from, and I'm just now walking towards the other station. I'm not gonna lie, I drove. I didn't walk all the way here because I haven't got the time for that, and it's raining. I'm getting wet, but I don't really care. So I'm walking towards the station here, and this station is Rudyard Station. Now, some of you may already know what this is if you know the area, but there are some things quite special at Rudyard Station. So let me just see if I can find it. I'm not sure whether... Oh, right, no, here it is. There's a railway here. But it's a bit different from the one that used to run here. It's a bit smaller.
So the railway first started its life in miniature after the removal of British Rail in 1973 as a temporary track just the other side of the crossing up to the dam, and was run by the headmaster of Horton School in the village for several years before he packed up and moved down south. It then became what you see here today in 1983, when it started out as just a couple of concrete garages, some stone slabs and a bit of track up to the dam, that then got extended over the next 2 years to Hunthouse Wood. And it's always been privately owned, so after that owner called Peter first did it, he then sold it on to Mike and Eileen Hanson, who made it into a lot of the railway you see here today in the business that it is, with many of the engines and rolling stock. They moved on and sold it in 2015 to a chap called Simon, and he has made the new shed you see here, replaced a lot of the track, and also brought in the Isle of Mull Railway to combine the two after that closed in 2011. and it's been flourishing ever since. Despite the pandemic, we continue to run summer holidays and weekends March to November.
Now, if you were to ask me, this is actually the utter perfect weather to come to any railway. I absolutely love this kind of weather, especially with stuff like this, like Navigator stuff and stuff in Wales. It's just really dramatic. I guess it's the fact that it's kind of not perfect, and that sums it up. I mean, it's still warm, it's still like 20 degrees, and it's raining, and it's absolutely lovely because I can't get too hot. The rain's nice, it's quiet because, well, not everyone wants to be out in this sort of weather. And well, as you've just seen from the B-roll I've taken, it looks real nice. An abandoned digger. See? Don't say I don't give you abandoned things. So now that we're just straight up vibing, I wanted to speak to you about the separation of Leek from the national network. So Leek had quite a large station where that Morrison's was, and this had tracks going both north and south. South towards Uttoxeter and Stoke, and north heading eventually towards Manchester. And this is a rather large market town that's been completely severed from the national network. Now there has been, and there is, quite a drive to get this reconnected to the main line, but however, yeah, nothing's happened. I mean, we've got a few preserved railways knocking around, and the Trinity Valley Railway is doing really well for itself, but it's no substitute for a mainline railway. So I honestly think that it should be reconnected up as soon as possible, because it's a good town, it's a big town. This video would have been a lot easier if I could catch the train today. Well, actually, this video wouldn't exist if I could catch the train, because the railway wouldn't be abandoned. You understand what I'm saying? You get my meaning. This is the next station along the line. This is Rushden Station, built in 1844, as it says right there. Believe me, it does say it, but I won't get too close as this is a private residence. So I don't want to go and disturb whoever's living in this lovely house, this old station house. There is still quite a bit of railway infrastructure left, though. For one thing I've never ever seen before is this curb here is made entirely of rails, and there's an old signal post in the back garden. And if I zoom in here, you can see there's remnants of the platform. Surely a very, very nice place to live. On to the next one then, shall we? The line is still walkable from this point on. You can go through here, and you can walk down this tree tunnel. However, I am not doing that. So this is the site of Bosley Station. However, there's not a whole lot to see here. A lot of it's gated off, and it's an industrial area. But a few years ago, there's a massive mill fire here, which means that, sadly, I can't explore any further. To the next station. This is the site of the old North Road station, where the North Staffordshire line from Leek joined the LNWR line heading towards Manchester. Manchester's that way. The station was here, sadly, however, it is now not. And this is where this video and the North Staffordshire line terminates. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. It's quite bright, even though it's not very sunny. It's still raining somewhat, but this has been a fun video to make, and I hope to do more in future. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to drop a like and a subscribe, and also make a comment. I'm hoping by the time the next video rocks around, or maybe in the future, I'll have my trusty little selfie stick thing back, but at the moment it's just a bit broken. So this video's all been done by hand and everything's all wobbly.